Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the reigning NFC champs and the Chiefs, and it's coming up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs taking on the NFC champions, the Washington Football Team. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis, and what a season it's been for our AFC champions. And this was a fight just to get to the Super Bowl. You got to figure that they are very battle-tested and ready.
I'd agree with you 100% about that. You don't get there without having those types of attributes, and that's what you look for in a Super Bowl team. Character, confidence. These guys don't lack for either one of those. Now they're here. Now they're ready to win.
Meanwhile, our NFC champions, they have gone through a lot to get where they are. Everybody knows their story this season. What's the key for them as they start this Super Bowl?
Let's go full cliche on this one because it works. Remember what got you here. Been a winning formula all season long. This is a team that when we saw them in the preseason, we said they look like a group that has what it takes to be a Super Bowl winning team, and we've been proven right by what we've seen throughout the season.
Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. You look at this Super Bowl, the second appearance for this head coach. The first one did not go as planned, as we all know, but what do you think he's learned from that first go-around?
He learned how much it hurts to lose, and that's what you hear from coaches so often. They don't remember the wins as much as they remember the losses. You can talk about the media, the scrutiny, the hoopla, but once you've had to shake a head coach's hand and jog off the field and know you have to face the media, face your fans, face your home life, knowing that you've lost the Super Bowl, that hurts big time, and you're going to do everything possible to try to prevent that from happening again. We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. And how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. On 1st and 10, here's Strebler. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
It's second down and
10. To throw is Strebler. This will be caught at Samuel. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll roll him out right. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Washington 7, Chiefs nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Into the secondary past the 40. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
1st and 10.
On 1st down, Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll make this a 2nd down.
At the 45-yard line.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. He's got a man. Complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He rifles one that's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. And they'll try again here, first and goal after the false start. Mahomes going to throw. Flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
At the 8-yard line.
Now here's Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Evan Ingram there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this Super Bowl at 7. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have
and the Chiefs are going to get him. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. To throw is Strebler. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm is going forward. Incomplete pass. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice.
And he's going to go down, but a penalty marker too, and they might very well have jumped the snap there. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Mahomes now to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Second and 5 now. Mahomes. And he comes back with one complete. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Strebler to throw it. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And down to the 20. Big yardage that time for Washington. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position. And that was special there. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, Strebler. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. DK Metcalf there to make the grab. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
From the 27, Mahomes throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's a diving catch right side. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
That's good for our Kansas City Chiefs. 1st and 10.
And here's has a handoff out of the gun. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left them no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on third down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Throwing is Mahomes on third. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 24-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Brings up 4th down and 1.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense...
And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman, as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Butker now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Actual score, Chiefs 21, Washington 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense, as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. Catch is made by Metcalf. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun is Strebler. Flushed out right. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 48. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
These two teams have had plenty of extra time to make their final adjustments, but time's just about up. The final half of the NFL season is upon us. So let's get it back out to our Super Bowl broadcast team. Here's Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yep.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 32 yards.
So when's the best time to take the big shots downfield? When you think a defense least expects it, and I think the first play of the third quarter qualifies. They came right out firing. That's how you send a message to start the second half of a game.
Strebler to throw on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Mahomes. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 42 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 20-yard line.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. And that'll set them back 5. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on third down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here taken in by Ingram. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup there. Second down and 3. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And boy, this burgundy and gold defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Now Mahomes. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs will extend their third quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Strebler. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll complete this to Gibson. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 3rd down. Now Strebler. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll go, Strebler. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. And here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Strebler. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Strebler rolling to his right. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Here's Strebler to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And Washington able to make this a close game again. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Hands it off out of the gun. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now it's Mahomes again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs are starting to pull away in the fourth quarter of this Super Bowl. Extra point by Butker is on target. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And we're at the time in the Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Strebler to throw it. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. To throw is Strebler. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Again, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On 1st and 10, here's Strebler out to his left. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Second and 10. They'll look to throw again. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off. And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Out of the shotgun, Strebler. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. DK Metcalf, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And Washington has made this a 1-score game. Slide for the PAT. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score, Chiefs 35, Washington 32.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A 1-score game. 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock.
At the 24-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Mahomes now to throw. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
When the spotlight is at its brightest, and let's face it, it's the Super Bowl, those types of plays come out, don't they?
Absolutely. A big-time catch on the biggest of stages.
Do you think that that one's going to live on? We're going to see this for a long time.
Definitely going to live on forever with him, that's for sure.
No doubt.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and 11. And now here's a carry heading left. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Back to throw, Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now a handoff as they run left side. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout.
I don't know why we did it, but we went to their final walkthrough for some reason. And what did we see? Their last play in walkthrough was taking a knee and celebrating winning a Super Bowl. They want that visualization. They did it for real.
Yeah, they just scripted it out. Defense can't stop the clock, and they can watch the final seconds tick. And the Kansas City Chiefs are the Super Bowl champions. For the victors, getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes...
Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the former Illini kicker, Chase McLaughlin, to get us started, and we are underway from Heinz Field. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Off play action. Pickett. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Back to throw again. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
On 1st and 10, Pickett. And it's caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Travis Etienne. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'm just learning how to spell analytics, and I need to get that down because it's going to be a huge part of the NFL game going forward. I think that was the call there, trying to go for 2 after that touchdown.
Yeah, opening drive, not only do you get the 6, but fully seize momentum with the 8, and unfortunately they couldn't do it.
I think they were trying to gain that huge advantage, not just on the scoreboard, but mentally. I just wonder if that backfires a little when they stop you.
And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. And, Charles, you look at this defense, they're a confident bunch, and they're going to need to be. They're facing a group here that is seeking a 5th consecutive victory.
And this head coach knows all about motivational tactics. He was touting his unit all week saying, we've got a locker room full of guys ready to step up, ready to go. And he believes that.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things off.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. This defense for the Steelers, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Down. 60 out long.
On 2nd down, it's Harris, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
With the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Play action. It's Lawrence. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from taking the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential? Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And finally, he goes out of bounds right at the 35-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Off the play fake. Pickett. He finds Austin complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Jaguars 7, Steelers 6.
On first down, Pickett. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. Pickett. And that's complete to Etienne out of the backfield. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
That's a letdown defensively because they had him stacked up third and long, and you know their thought process had to be just make the tackle in front of the sticks and force the 3. Instead, they allowed him room to run, and now they're facing first and goal, looking to regroup.
And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Looking to throw on second down. Pickett. This is caught. Touchdown. Travis Etienne with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So now, Charles, 2 touchdowns, 2 tries at 2-point conversions, and both fail.
And you want to say, let's go ahead and run the kicker out there from now on, but the problem is you're chasing points at this stage. So now you got to dial up more 2-point conversions and hope you're successful from here on out.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your number 1 path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Again, it's Harris on second down. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
First down, and they go back to Harris. Oh, fighting off the defender. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 44 yards on the ground for him so far.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. They hand this off to Harris, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. And this one is right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
throwing on first down. Pickett. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. He's got a man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. Completes it to Austin. And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30. They'll look to throw now on first down. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit. A final shot before break. Pickett. And this is going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
These two teams making their last-minute adjustments. The second half coming your way from Pittsburgh. And to bring it to you, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give, running left is Harris. He can't get him down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 97 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Anyone who watched Najee Harris at Alabama knows the kind of strength that this guy runs with, and he's continuing on that path here at the next level.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
That's swung out wide to Harris. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Fourth down. Here's Lawrence. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll let it fly for Austin. And that's caught inside the 35. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for two. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They go play action with Lawrence. Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. And he's got this down to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Harris. He displayed a nice little hurdle there, but not a whole lot of room on the back end as he's taken down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
At the 33-yard line.
Go. 60 out ball.
Now Lawrence to throw. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll run on 1st down. Harris. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On play action, Lawrence. Buying time to his left. And Lawrence going to smartly hit the deck here as he is able to pick up the first down in the process. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. To throw again on second down. Lawrence steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now Lawrence. Touchdown Jaguars. Julio Jones with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Jags have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Here's Lawrence to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Operating from the gun, Pickett. He finds his man, complete. That's Austin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Back to throw. Pickett. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 28. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Travis Etienne with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that makes this a 9-point game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Now a throw here to his running back. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They go play action here on first down. He'll let it fly for Austin. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Jaguars are right back in this football game. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come. And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
To throw again on second down, Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. On third down, here's Harris. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be fourth down. They're going for it. This is Harris. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. The Jags come up empty on fourth down. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum. And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll look to throw again. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he fires one incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Back to throw again. Touchdown! Deontay Johnson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Here come the Steelers now again to go for the 2-point try. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. They go play action now. Lawrence sliding out of the pocket. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Kevin King with a pick, and he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
He'll let it fly for Austin. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more